Thank you for joining us for this look at the best original reporting from KPBS News this week. I'm John Carroll. Coming up, the sport of pickleball is rising in popularity, but it's not all fun and games for some. We'll tell you about the rise in noise complaints and how some of those are becoming lawsuits. Surfers with different abilities are showing off their skills in Oceanside. We'll see the inclusiveness that adaptive surfing offers to so many. And it's a game changer for working parents. See how families are benefiting from the Prime Time program that provides after-school programs and care at no charge. We start with something that affects all San Diegans, how we get around. The city is trying to come up with a plan that works for everyone, whether you use a car or otherwise. But KPBS Metro reporter Andrew Bowen says activists see big loopholes.
San Diego has ambitious goals for reducing car dependence and getting more people to walk, bike, and ride public transit. But the city's streets aren't designed for those more sustainable modes of travel. Complete Streets policies are meant to help city planners redesign streets so they work for all road users, not just people in cars. Kayala Rusher is a volunteer with Bike SD. She says the design of streets in her neighborhood put the speed and convenience of driving above all else.
Whereas a complete street enables people to get where they need to go safely, which might look like physical design that slows traffic down, as well as physical protection for these users who are riding bikes, who are walking around.
A draft Complete Streets policy was presented to the city's mobility board Wednesday night. It got a lukewarm reception after city staff declined to strengthen the policy's enforcement measures. The board, which advises the city government on transportation matters, voted to support the draft policy, but with some reservations.
A lot of folks brought up questions about how the exception process will work and making sure that there's an opportunity for public input where there are exceptions to this policy.
A city council committee is set to take up the Complete Streets policy next month. Andrew Bowen, KPBS News.
On that topic of our streets, we want to remind you of a significant closure happening this weekend. The southbound lanes of Interstate 5 will be closed in the downtown area. It starts at 9 Friday night and lasts through Monday morning at 5. Caltrans will be working on a bridge span near the State Route 163 interchange. Another round of closures for northbound I-5 is scheduled for later this month. Pickleball is the fastest growing sport in America, and some neighbors say it's also one of the loudest. People in San Diego and across the country are increasingly taking legal action to resolve pickleball noise disputes. KPBS reporter Scott Rodd has the story.
Jay Glazal moved into her Carlsbad home about 6 years ago. She was drawn to the Seacliff gated community for its tranquility. And then 2 years ago,
they started pickleball. Oh my God. It changed my life overnight.
Pickleball. It's a game similar to tennis that's played with paddles and a hard plastic ball. The community's tennis/pickleball court is about 60 feet from Glazal's bedroom window. No one's on the court this afternoon, but she reenacts the sound for me.
I'm hearing this pop, 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 pop for hours, and it can be up to 8 hours a day, 7 days a week.
She says the noise pierces through her double-paned windows. She works from home in the evenings and tries to sleep during the day. But the popping often keeps her awake. If they're still playing by the time she starts work, Glazal has to wear noise-canceling headphones to focus. She says it's even started affecting her health.
I would get these splitting headaches, and then my blood pressure started going up, and this was the only consistent irritation in my life.
Glazal recently filed a lawsuit against the Seacliff Homeowners Association. She wants pickleball banned from the community tennis courts and is seeking $300,000 in damages. A representative for the Homeowners Association declined an interview request. This lawsuit isn't a one-off spat. As more and more players pick up paddles, clashes over pickleball noise are happening up and down California and around the country.
Our firm has handled upwards of 25 separate cases.
Nicholas Kaplan is a partner at the real estate law firm Lubin, Pham & Kaplan and represents Glazal in her lawsuit.
From Sacramento down to Chula Vista, they are all over the state. Orange County, Los Angeles County, San Francisco County. I could go on and on.
Kaplan has carved out something of a specialty handling these pickleball noise cases. Some of his clients have taken on homeowners associations, while others have challenged cities and counties that allow pickleball in public parks near homes. Kaplan says while some cases go to court, most are settled through mediation and often result in an outright ban on pickleball in a specific location.
I have nothing against the sport. People need exercise. The sport is playable by a lot of people. But what I do believe is that it shouldn't infringe on somebody else's rights.
Since many of these disputes arise when a nearby tennis court is converted into a pickleball court, many people ask, is the sound that much different between the two sports?
Yeah. Well, tennis is quite a bit different.
Lance Willis is the principal acoustical engineer at Spendarian and Willis Acoustics and Noise Control. The Tucson-based firm has handled roughly 80 pickleball noise consultations around the country since 2010, including ones tied to lawsuits. He says with tennis,
a strung racket does not radiate sound very efficiently. And a tennis ball is filled with air. You know, it's soft. It has a rubber outside, but you just don't get as much sound.
With pickleball, where rapid-fire points are exchanged at the net,
it's the popping sound that the hard ball against the paddle makes. You know, the sound is actually radiated mostly from the paddle. That causes a great deal of distraction for people that are close to the courts.
Willis says that sound can tear neighborhoods apart.
It is kind of sad to watch in some situations because it really, I have seen it divide communities right down the middle.
At Gershwin Park in San Diego, a regular group of pickleball players are trying to find common ground with neighbors to avoid that kind of division. Bob Scheibel, a retired school teacher, lives in the neighborhood and plays pickleball most mornings.
We try to be as respectful as possible and keep to our hours, the hours that we're allowed to play. Beyond that, I don't know that there's an easy solution.
Some frustrated neighbors have filed noise complaints with the city's Parks and Recreation Department, but it's nearly impossible to soundproof a court that's already been built. So, for now, the city gives priority to pickleball in the morning and then tennis later in the day. Scheibel says the long-term answer may be found in embracing the sport's exploding popularity.
As the city develops more public courts, it will lessen the impact on individual neighborhoods like this one.
Yeah. He says more places to serve, slice, and dink means spreading out the noise, and hopefully keeping pickleball on the playing courts and not in the court of law. Scott Rodd, KPBS News.
Spend a day at the beach in Oceanside and you'll see no shortage of people enjoying the surf. But those who hit the waves this week can teach us all something about staying active and overcoming obstacles. KPBS reporter Jacob Ayer visited the annual U.S. Open Adaptive Surfing Championship.
Go Jesse! Woo-hoo!
This week at the Oceanside Pier, it's a lot of good vibes. Professional surfers from all over the world are taking on the waves and fellow competitors for the 6th annual U.S. Open Adaptive Surfing Championship.
Oceanside's quickly become kind of the hub of adaptive surfing and kind of training.
Charles Chaka Webb is the surfer himself, but he's also the creator and founder of the Adaptive Surfing Professionals World Championship Tour. He explained how the sport differs from traditional surfing.
What do they do to that board? They adapt it. You know, they got to put some handles on it. They got to put some different fin structure. They got to put some different, some different stuff on it. My wave ski has a backrest. It's got, I surf with a paddle. So there's an adaptation that's happening on every single part of it for every surfer.
Over 100 adaptive surfers from more than 17 countries will compete for accolades and cash prizes at the event, including Aaron Polk. His lack of central vision isn't the only adversity he's facing. He's from Lahaina, Maui, the town hit hardest by recent wildfires in Hawaii. He lost his local sponsorships due to the disaster, but if he can win, he still plans to donate all of the money to relief efforts in his hometown.
Just to be around this community is really special and important. There's so much support. And also there's even more ammo to do this for Lahaina, to do this for Maui, to still show that, we're living, we're here, we're strong on the island, we're strong throughout the world. And it has extra significance, this competition.
13-year-old Aleli Medina proudly represents her home of Puerto Rico during competitions. Like Polk, she has a visual impairment, meaning she needs a spotter in the ocean to tell her when and where the waves are coming. Despite her age, she's already decorated with trophies and is grateful for the growth of the sport.
There's normally just sponsorships for normal surfers, and they kind of leave adaptive surfers to the side and like forget about them. But it's really fun and like special to me, and I bet for everyone else here competing that they're actually including more adaptive surfing, and there's more adaptive surfing competitions all over the world.
Webb says the championship has become a crucial platform for growing adaptive water sports and promoting inclusivity in the surfing community. Plus, it's often healing.
When people get introduced to adaptive surfing, it's usually through a clinic or a surf camp. So it's usually through some kind of ocean therapy thing where, hey, I'm getting in the water to have fun and, kind of expand my horizons. But then most people get hooked, and then it turns into a lifestyle. They want to surf all the time.
The competition runs from now through September 10th. The general public is invited to come and watch on the sand, and volunteers are welcome. Webb says next year's World Tour will be even bigger as the sport continues to swell in popularity. Jacob Ayer, KPBS News.
There are plenty of ways to follow the work done by the KPBS newsroom. One is to sign up for our newsletters. Local headlines and arts coverage are some of the topics you can have delivered to your inbox daily. Another way to stay informed and entertained is through our lineup of podcasts. That includes San Diego News Now, featuring stories from the KPBS newsroom. They're available for streaming on all major platforms and at kpbs.org. The pickleball story you saw just a short time ago is one of our most popular stories this week. Here are some others. The city of Oceanside is planning to rebuild the access bridge to its iconic pier. SeaWorld is being sued for millions of dollars in back rent. And the Black Panther Party is recruiting a new generation here in San Diego. One of the big tech stories of the year is artificial intelligence. Its uses are quickly being applied in new areas, including wildfire protection. SciTech reporter Thomas Fudge tells us how UC San Diego is working to improve AI's ability to search for hotspots.
When you're trying to prevent a wildfire from getting dangerous, you need to spot it quickly and precisely. Now, there's the old way of spotting fires.
Currently, wildfires are being detected by fire lookouts, who are human experts, right? Who are trained to spot fires by looking at camera feeds or patrolling on the ground or in vehicles. And wildfires are also reported through 911 calls from residents and passersby.
The problem is that you can miss fires and take too long to see them. That's why Mai Nguyen and her colleagues at UCSD created SmokyNet. It's a computer program that uses artificial intelligence to spot and report fires 24/7. Since its beginning, the system has been linked to about 100 cameras around San Diego County. They are part of a wireless surveillance system called HP-REN. Now, Nguyen says SmokyNet is also mining satellite detection images and figuring in weather data, which tells you how dry and windy it is. She said the speed of detection has improved.
It went from about 5 minutes with just baseline, with just the camera data, to a little bit more than 4 minutes.
But what about precision? If SmokyNet said there is a fire in the backcountry, is there really a fire?
If you talk about precision, it is about 88%. That means that about 12% of the predictions are false alarms.
In addition to those false positives, keep in mind that SmokyNet was also missing about 30% of the fires that actually occurred. With fire detection, there's no technological silver bullet because smoke caught on camera is still mistakable to people and to computers.
Smoke is actually very difficult. It can be very transparent. It can be amorphous, right? It has no border, no clear border. It can change shape.
Suzanne Leininger is the intel specialist with San Diego CAL FIRE, and she's been working with a similar AI system called Alert California. She has seen the false positives.
It could be like mid-level clouds that cast shadows over the landscape. So that can be the kind of, and so it can just detect something moving, and so it thinks that a smoke column is going up.
But Alert California AI has spotted fires that would otherwise have been missed. She gives one example of a recent fire in the Laguna Mountain area that the technology caught right away.
It was in the middle of the night, so dark, people are sleeping. It's a remote area, so there weren't a lot of people around anyway. there was a detection that occurred and South Ops got notified and South Ops called us and we looked at the cameras. There was a response and they were able to keep the fire very small.
Artificial intelligence is a computer program that can learn from its mistakes, and Leininger says false positives are pointed out to help teach the system to detect smoke. But for now, the only thing that can determine if a fire has begun is a human. Thomas Fudge, KPBS News.
From Hollywood to Hillcrest, it's been a summer of labor unions taking action in Southern California. KPBS Metro reporter Andrew Bowen tells us about the solidarity that's growing across multiple lines of work.
United flight attendants picketed outside San Diego Airport Thursday, calling on the airline to meet their demands for better wages, health care, and staffing levels. Timothy Truman is a flight attendant and union leader. He says wages have not kept up with the skyrocketing cost of living.
United Airlines' flight attendants, sure, when you're a senior, you have decent wages, but our newest flight attendants, they need a living wage. Right now, many of them are living 20 to a crash pad, to an apartment. They don't live in the town where they're based because they can't afford to get an apartment.
Get up! Get down!
San Diego is a union town more than it ever has been. Polling suggests public support for labor unions is at its highest in more than 50 years. And that's reflected in a staunchly pro-labor mayor and city council. Bridget Browning, head of the San Diego and Imperial Counties Labor Council, says she sees more women in union leadership roles and that union members are increasingly willing to flex their power and go on strike.
When I first started my career, strikes were very rare, and now you're coming across them very frequently, which I think is an amazing way to empower workers. And two, I think young workers in particular are really hungry for unions in their workplace. And we're seeing organizing happen all over the place in different industries.
That includes emerging industries like retail, with 2 Starbucks locations in San Diego County unionizing this year. And unions are expanding in longtime labor strongholds like healthcare, with employees at Sharp Grossmont Hospital winning their fight to unionize in July. Now flight attendants, actors, writers, auto workers, and more are hoping to keep their momentum and turn hot labor summer into hot labor fall. Andrew Bowen, KPBS News.
For children, after school is a time for play, homework, and snacks. For working parents who rely on after-school care to keep their children safe, it can mean stress and costly program fees. But as KPBS's Katerina Portela shows us, that is changing for some families this year.
I remember the exact moment that I found out that they had been accepted into the program, and I was jumping up and down for joy.
Denise Hassan remembers it vividly. The day back in June when she found out her 3 boys got into the free after-school program.
I got 3 separate emails back-to-back for each kid. And that just really released a lot of anxiety for me because I was able to feel like I had some breathing room financially.
Hassan's boys go to Marvin Elementary School, which just added the free program called Primetime this year.
Hi, I'm calling to pick up my children.
Yes, who?
It's for Roman, Ramsey, and Rio Hassan.
Roman and Rio? Okay, they'll be out in a few minutes.
Thank you.
Hassan says it's going to save her a lot of money.
So I did do the math, and over 9 years of having my 3 children in daycare, it came up to just over $174,000. So 9 years, 3 kids, and that was just the child care.
This year, San Diego Unified is using a state grant to boost Primetime, adding the program to 8 more schools and increasing the number of students at each site. So Hassan and other parents will now be able to enroll their children in after-school care for free. Christiane Trout-McPhee is manager of Primetime for San Diego Unified.
With the additional Extended Learning Opportunities Program grant, it gives us the opportunity to expand program and serve as many students as we can possibly serve.
San Diego Unified contracts with several childcare providers to run Primetime. Brad Lupian is CEO of one of them, called ARC.
And now there's additional state funding called Expanded Learning Opportunity Programs, and that dramatically increased the number of spots and number of students. As an example, for San Diego Unified, we saw the target number of students for us double over the past couple of years.
Lupian says more spaces means helping more families. Last year, there were nearly 2,000 students on primetime waitlists. This year, there are half as many. He says the programs aren't just about play.
There's homework help and academic intervention. There's enrichment, and there's recreation or physical activity are the three primary components. And then every program by state law must also provide snack or supper or both.
Kim McDougall is executive director of the YMCA's Child Care Resource Service. She says Primetime's expansion is just the first step in more accessible childcare across the state.
I think it is the future of probably aftercare, is that in communities where resources are needed to support after school time care that they're provided by the state. Being able to staff it all is the next piece.
For Hassan, the free care for her boys is a big relief for her entire family.
Being able to alleviate that part of the budget was it's just a breath of fresh air to know that we have room to save, to do other things, and not have to worry about sort of, paycheck to paycheck, making sure that we are able to cover these costs.
For KPBS, I'm Katerina Portela.
The deadline to apply for primetime has already ended, but parents can apply in the spring for next year. We have those details on our website. And you can also check out the KPBS Parents Hub. It's a one-stop shop for news, information, and resources tailored to those with children under the age of 12. You can find it at kpbs.org/parenting. Film Out is underway this weekend. It's the 23rd year for San Diego's LGBTQ Film Festival. Screenings are happening all over San Diego now through Sunday. KPBS cinema junkie Beth Accomando tells us about some of the films that have her attention this year.
We may live in the 21st century, but it can feel like the dark ages in terms of attitudes about the LGBTQ community.
Society is still kind of like puts us in boxes. Still, society doesn't really give us the chance to live freely, because look at what's going on in America. The laws that are being presented, these things really affect your soul, your whole being.
To challenge this surge of anti-drag and anti-trans laws, Film Out celebrates the broad spectrum of the LGBTQ plus community through movies. Its stated mission is to enlighten, educate, and entertain through the exhibition of LGBTQ-themed films.
Wait, is this your first kiss?
And once again, the festival delivers on its mission with films that invite us into the world of drag performers, that tell personal stories about identity.
I had to get really comfortable being the only person of color and only Black woman in a lot of the spaces that I was moving through in San Diego.
And look at how a hate crime can impact a community. Nitzan Galady's In Bed reflects real violence that occurs in Israel and what happens when the perpetrator of a hate crime is not caught.
Started to think about what happens if he's someone that when you go and order a coffee, he's the one who actually served the coffee. And maybe he's someone I'm opening the door for him for a date.
And it's that idea that starts to unnerve the main character in his film.
I think that triggers his paranoia, and it triggers everything within him. His self-hate, his fear from meeting, even interacting with other people.
The film is also about the need for love, even against a backdrop of hate and violence. Queer filmmaker Sav Rogers documents a very personal tale of discovery that began when he saw the Kevin Smith movie, Chasing Amy.
Holden McNeil was set in his ways, but then she showed up.
My life changed from there, because not only was I so moved by the grand romanticism in Kevin's work, but also I saw queer people, getting to have full realized lives for the first time in my life in this cinematic foray into that. Chasing Amy was that lightning rod for me, but also a life raft when I really needed it, struggling in school as a kid, as a queer kid who everybody else figured out was queer before I did.
Now Rogers explores how chasing Amy fits into a bigger social context in his documentary, Chasing Amy.
From the outset, I always thought that there was something special there about the story of chasing Amy and the intersection with the LGBTQ community. C2, take one. Marker.
Do you understand why I love this movie so much?
No. The film begins as a fan doc about Rogers' love for Smith's work. It then morphs into a story about his changing relationship to that movie, prompted in part by his interview with actress Joey Lauren Adams.
The movie is amazing, but whatever moved you, there's a dark side too.
The process of making the film pushed Rogers in ways he never expected.
As a filmmaker, the painful parts were exploring my transition because, as you can imagine, I was not terribly interested in preserving a part of myself that I wish that people generally wouldn't remember.
Rogers' ability to pivot as a director and see that his documentary needed to be something different than what he had originally imagined is just one reason why Chasing Amy is such a fresh, inspiring film. And a final pair of recommendations. San Diego Latino Film Festival is co-presenting Trace of Your Lips from Mexico on Saturday. Set during the pandemic, it's a dark, explicit, and claustrophobic film. Then, Sunday's closing night film, Golden Delicious, will be co-presented by San Diego Asian Film Festival. It focuses on a high school senior who tries to meet everyone's expectations while ignoring his own. These are just a few of the offerings at this year's Film Out, but I hope they entice you to seek out more. Beth Accomando, KPBS News.
Next time you're on YouTube, please consider subscribing to KPBS. We're posting new content every day from our newsroom and our original programming. It's also where we live stream episodes of KPBS Evening Edition, weekdays at 5. We hope you enjoyed this look at KPBS News this week. I'm John Carroll. Thank you for joining us.